welcome back to another edition of Nick and Knarf, two brothers in Tucson. He's still here.
He's still with us.
This is our brother Orlando. That means there's three Yosues in Tucson right now.
That's
three
right.
brothers from the same mother. And we're bringing you music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. Both ways, wearing our Nick and Knarf t-shirts because we'd forget our name if we didn't.
Pull that down over that belly.
Yeah, we'd forget our name if we weren't wearing these t-shirts that Orlando gave us.
Beautiful shirts. And my Knarf mug. I love that. Anyway, we're joined today for a great gathering of music to delight the senses. And today we picked another awesome band who I had the blessing to see 3 times. And I actually got to go backstage and meet the members of the band because I used to work in East Los Angeles where the band is from. And we chatted about the old days. They're great guys.
That's when you met them?
I met them.
No,
I met them here.
Oh, you met them here. Okay.
But they're from East LA, near where I used to work. The band, by the way, we're talking about is Los Lobos, the amazing Grammy-winning Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band from East Los Angeles, formed in 1973. And the charter members are the great David Hidalgo, Luis Perez, Cesar Rosas, Conrad Zagaro, and Frank Gonzalez. They are just awesome. I saw them once in concert. Just saw him about a year ago with my buddy Brian. How you doing, Brian? Just sending it out. Was a great show, and Kevin saw it too. Brian's brother. They were awesome. But I got to go backstage and meet him, and when we sponsored him at the Pima County Fairgrounds in the 90s, and the guys were friendly as hell, really warm, welcoming, and we had a great time. And they're brilliant, brilliant musicians. Lando, what is it you like about Los Lobos? I know that you were one of the big fans of Los Lobos earlier.
I like because they were from our old stomping grounds. They came from the same area that we were from. They listened to a lot of the same probably music growing up as you guys and I did, with bands trying to come out, especially from Los Angeles. And there were plenty of them, but I love because they're Latino, and they don't like the word panic in anything, so they don't call themselves Hispanic.
I could see the reasoning there. It makes a lot of sense.
You know, it's really funny, too, when I was reading about them a little bit, they were saying that if anyone got married in East LA between the years like 77 and 82, they probably played at their wedding. They said they got paid $400 for the 4 of them, a case of beer, and all the mole they could eat. I love that. That's a great line.
Now, they are awesome people, and they are just even more brilliant musicians.
Yeah.
Like I said, they've had 12 Grammy nominations, won 4 Grammys in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2018, 17 studio albums, 8 live albums, endless compilations, and we've got 2 great tunes. How can you pick from their classic, legacy of music? We were sitting here trying to agonize, and we settled on 2 songs just so we didn't make the video go too terribly long.
And not a lot of flash with those guys. They weren't into the flash and the bling bling. They were into playing music, playing it as best as they could, and making a great sound doing it.
Absolutely, and a great range of sounds too. An incredible range of styles. Traditional Hispanic, Latino music from East LA. They went into rock. They went into prog. They did all kinds of amazing stuff. Of course, they're really super well known for their cover of La Bamba for the movie, and with starring Lou Diamond Phillips.
When they toured in Europe, they would open for Bob Dylan, U2,
Clapton.
So many bands. I mean, these guys were well respected in the music industry.
Super admired in the music business. They're giants. And I'm glad we finally got around to them. I wanted to do it for a long time, but with Lando here, it gave us the impetus to do it. So before we get started in sharing our tribute to Los Lobos, we'd like to invite you, if you have not, to subscribe, like, and share. We'd love to have you be part of the tribe. And all our subscribers, we want to thank you for everything. So anyway, we're ready to kick it off. Okay, so I asked Lando to pick one. This is Lando's favorite song by Los Lobos. What is it, Lando?
Will the Wolf Survive?
Ow!
like Stevie Winwood there.
He's got a great voice.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right, he does sound like him. Never thought of that.
Does that sound like an East LA band to you?
No.
Yeah, nice chorus.
Standing in the pouring rain, all alone in a world that's changed, running scared now forced to hide, in a land where he once stood with pride. But he'll find his way by the morning light.
Ooh, that was tasty.
Nice, huh?
Sound across the nation, coming from young hearts and minds.
Really?
Love it.
Yeah.
It's a great song. Talks about
I've never heard this song.
Will survive because it was like we're taking them.
It's the truth that they all look for, something they must keep alive.
Just to survive.
Will the wolf survive? Will the wolf survive?
Ooh, bass.
He's getting inside his spear. It's a good traveling song. Thank you very
I've
much.
Nick,
never
why
heard
don't you
this
go
song.
ahead and talk,
I have
'cause you
never
never-
heard this song before.
What do you think?
If you would have played this before me, I would have said, "Oh, that's Stevie Winwood."
Yep.
You know,
Sounds
also,
just like him.
I mean, I'm hearing British influence. I'm hearing country. I mean, this could be pure Prairie League for all I know.
Yes,
I
it
would
does
have
have
no
that.
idea that this was Los Lobos.
Great traveling music. I just love to hear that when you're driving. Man, it just opens up the road.
I remember this was from their 1984 album, How Will the Wolf Survive? I remember when Los Lobos was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
they were
they
the
played
guest
it.
musicians and they played Will the Wolf Survive? I always
wow.
remember that from 1984. It's so simple, but so tasteful
yeah.
and heartfelt. And Lando's right. It is kind of a double metaphor. It's about the natural world and worrying about the wolf and will it
wolf,
survive.
but us.
But there's a part where he talks about the wolf in us.
Right.
That sort of natural, innocent, real, unencumbered by civilization, the
Right.
rawness of who we are. Can we keep that alive in us?
Right.
And so that was kind of neat that
Yeah.
it worked on those two levels that way.
It's a great
But
song.
What'd you think of it? Have you guys ever seen Los Lobos? Tell us about your experience with them and what your favorite Los Lobos songs or albums are. That would be great to hear. And
I
great
see
choice there, Lando.
Los Lobos
Thank you.
on this great show we like to watch called Alone. So that's when I see the Wolves.
And it's also the name of the basketball team at New Mexico. So, the Lobos.
That's true.
Anyway, okay. Well, that was great. Thank you, Lana, for that great selection. Now, I chose to choose one since Nick doesn't know much about Los Lobos. He didn't really want to pick one. This one is one of my favorite Los Lobos songs. It's from their 1992 album, Kiko. And it is such a great album. This one sold millions and millions and millions of copies. And this is one of the signature songs from it. It's, again, now this style is completely different from what we just heard from Will the Wolf Survive. But this is the range of Los Lobos and how creative they can be. This is Reva'shouse.
different.
Maybe it was the way he walked or the way he combed his hair. Could have been the fancy words or the sweet wine in the air. Wasn't the muddy shoes she hears slow coming up the hall, or the faces in the pictures that were hanging on the wall. Knock down the door to Reva's house. There's something going on. The dogs were barking late last night. There's something going on. Maybe she hoped to just go away and wake up alone in bed. Maybe there was no reason for the things that he had said. Knock down the door to Reva's house. There's something going on. The dogs were barking late last night. There's something going wrong. Didn't find the matches. Couldn't light them in the dark.
Plays the accordion.
Could only hear the sound.
The lead singer plays the accordion.
Breaking of her heart. Don't know where to run to. Don't know where to hide. Can't hold my head up anymore. Don't listen when I cry. Knock down the door to Reva's house. There's something going on. The dogs were barking late last night. There's something going wrong.
Saxophone way in the background. Ta-da.
What do you think of that one, Nikki?
Wow, never heard the song before. If you had a steel guitar and a fiddle, I swear this was a country song. I can't believe it that these guys made this kind of music.
Doesn't it have a rockabilly feel? A little bit of a rockabilly feel,
Everything.
Lando?
It's got everything to it, man. It's unreal. It's
I
got
gotta listen to more of their stuff.
I told you,
gotta
they
live
really
down.
are awesome.
I've got
Love the
this
guy's voice.
anthology called what's it called? Wolf Tracks. 3 volumes, and this is just what I consider some of their best stuff from them. There's more and more. They're just brilliant.
They
I
are.
mean,
Wow.
listen to that. The
Simple
saxophone
and
da-da-da-da-da,
simple.
and the chord changes in that song.
Yeah.
Weren't there some
Yeah.
great chord changes?
But I like because they're simple too. There's, like I said, no flash, no bling. They just play really awesome sounding.
So creative.
music. Yeah.
And what a different style than the
Yeah.
first song we heard.
Absolutely.
weird.
They resonate with such a broad audience.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a very loyal Latino, Hispanic audience because they have some traditional music. They do like stuff like Sabor a Mi and some other stuff that they do that's authentically Hispanic. But then they
No,
merge
not
that-
Hispanic, Latino.
or Latino. You're right.
They don't like
There's
panic.
a panic and Hispanic, right? But they cross over in so many ways
Wow.
with prog, traditional rock, our old rock and roll from the 60s, 50s and 60s kind of style, rockabilly, prog. I mean, they're just incredibly creative and brilliant artists.
Absolutely.
And seeing them again just about a year ago just
Yeah.
didn't diminish my admiration and respect for this awesome, gigantic act from rock.
Do you guys see them in concert? I gotta
Yeah.
know. I mean, I never saw these guys in concert.
You gotta listen to
Didn't
more
see
of their
that
stuff.
Saturday Night
Yeah,
Live,
hopefully
I
they'll
guess.
come back around.
What do you think,
Wow.
Lon? Give us your closing words about the Los Lobos.
I'm going to give it a 9.9 out of 10. Just because my microphone sucks compared to yours.
I know. Well, last time he came, he had to share the mic with Nick. And so I had this old microphone that actually his son gave me, Joe. This kind of high-tech one to use for gaming and stuff. So I said, well, let's see how this works. That way Lando won't have to jump in and have to bend over. It's working, but it's not quite as good quality.
And I sound like David Byrne.
Cool, cat. Will the Lando survive? Ow! Anyway, we are so glad you joined us today to share our three brothers kicking it off, kicking ass with music, caring for your ears with Los Lobos. And if you enjoyed what you heard, please, if you haven't, subscribe. Hit the like icon for us. That spreads the word, lets the video get spread around. We'd appreciate it. And share with your friends. And again, all our subscribers, thank you for everything you do. Anyway, we are heading out. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Nick Knarf and Lando.
Adios, vatos.
Ciao, Bambini.
Peace out all. Ow!